Hi everyone and welcome to another video. And today I have with me, or should I say with us, the all new Lenovo P16. Now I have to be honest, I thought that we are going to have the P15 Gen 3, but no, we have this new device, P16. That's a pretty significant change from Lenovo, because up until now, I think for about 10 years, yeah, I think I can say 10 years, we had the 15.6, and probably this year it's the 16-inch, like the P1 series, if you know the series. I have a video soon with this device. Anyways, I've never seen any reviews on it. I've never seen any pictures of it. So I'm going to tell you how I feel in real time in this video. And just one last thing, I really like this device. I've worked with the W line, which was the previous line before the P line, and I'm happy that we finally have the 16 line. But let's open it up, shall we? Now let's pull it out. This laptop is huge. It's tough to even take it out from its package, but I think I can do it. All right, here it is. Now I just need to cut this as well. What do we have here? Okay. Ooh, I can tell from here that it's going to look very different from the previous generation of the P15, which we used to have up until now. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I definitely can see a few key differences. Well, many differences. Wow, Lenovo really went through with this one. They really changed it. Let's open up the bag, shall we? Wow. Wow. I'm not joking when I'm saying wow. I can even say it looks a little bit gamerish, kind of gamery. Let's flip it over to this side. As you can see, P16 Gen 1 aluminum plus magnesium, which this is why it feels a little bit I think less heavy, which is wonderful. It's really different from the original, really different. Let's open up the screen. You know what this device reminds me of? There is the Legion series from Lenovo. It really resembles the Legion. It resembles because of the keyboard, because of the whole like gray color, and well, it's really new. It's all new. I like it. I like it, and some parts of it I don't like. But let's start with the port. That's pretty important for us, right? So over here we have one connectivity for SIM tray and Ethernet, aux, Type C, of course, USB. Lenovo still leaves us the original USB. On the back, we have HDMI, again, more 2 Type-C ports, and the usual Lenovo port. As you can see, there is like this red line. It's really cool. Usually Lenovo is like business-ish. Yeah, you don't get any colors other than the black device and some parts in red, but not like this. Kensington lock, USB, SD card, and you can barely see it, but there is even a card reader, like credit card reader. It's not a credit card, but I think it might be NFC, but I'm probably wrong. Before I'm keeping on, let's see what we got in this, how much power this device needs. So we have, I think it's the 230, right? Yep, 230. So let me charge it for a bit and we'll go from there, all right? So while it's loading the Windows, which we can see it's still Windows 10 for some reason, we went through the laptop and there is one little key hardware thing that I need that's Lenovo left out, and that's the Ethernet connector. I think that with this kind of device, which is chunky, big, heavy, why would you take the Ethernet port out? You could even put like 2.5 gig, 10 gig, something. Why take out the Ethernet port? I see no real reason to do so. But what do I know? Look how beautiful it is. It's weird. It's beautiful in a way which, for me, as someone who's like working in IT and gives support to people, it's really, really weird to see a device. Every time for me it's weird to see a device without Ethernet connection, because it's like there are like basic stuff in life which are network, not Wi-Fi. This one have like the 6E Wi-Fi. It does not do it to me. Okay, so I've lowered down the camera so you'll be able to see the laptop just as we are using it, or should be using it. The keyboard sounds good, looks good, feels good. I'm not really connected to this gray color, which is kind of weird to me. I prefer like the black, the usual black Lenovo, but it is what it is. It's of course backlight, as you can see. Of course, 16 screen, which is Quad HD. Now, there are two key differences with this device than other devices. As you can see, this one is using a new kind of CPU series, which is the HX. It's pretty strong, of course, like this kind of device. It's the i7-12800HX, which has one socket, one CPU, of course, it's not a server, 16 cores and 24 logical processors. It's good. I can tell you that, it's good. Another thing that's really, really cool about this device is that it's the A3000, but it's not the usual like 6 gigs or 8 gigs. This one has 12 gigs. It's pretty significant than what we've had in the recent years. Yeah, we had we always had like the A5000, the A6000, but not this kind of device in this price range. It's really cool. It's really good to see it. But let's go to the rest of the test, shall we? So let's start with the SSD, or you can say hard drive, whatever, test. This one has the 1 tera Micron MTFDK BA1T0TFH, which is kind of a weird name for an SSD, but they always have these weird names. I'm going to run this test and come back to you with results, alright? And the results are in. As you can see, this device has a really good reads and writes speeds. It has almost 6.5 gigs of read speeds and 4.3 gigs of write. This is above average kind of an SSD. Of course, there's like the Western Digital Black and the Samsung, I think 980 with the heatsink, something like that, which are having like faster reads and writes, but trust me, these numbers are good. Let's go to the next test, shall we? Sound, music test. I'll now run a sound by Benjamin Tissot. This song's name is Hipjazz, and I found it on bandsound.com. Let's start. As you've heard, it can get pretty loud. And I think it's pretty clean, although I can barely hear bass to the sound. It's unfortunate that we still don't have nice speakers as the Macs. It's getting there, but with this one it's okay. It's getting loud, but it's okay. It's an average kind of sound. And to the next test. Now I'm going to run Geekbench for you guys who really like the numbers. I'm going to first run it without a charger, and the next test will be with a charger, starting with no charger. And the results are in. Single core 1807, which is good, but the multi-core is above 10,000, which is 11,304. It's significantly higher than the usual like U or P series of CPUs. A reminder, this one is the HX series, but let me run it once again, but this time with the charger, and I'll be back with the numbers. Once again, the results are in. Single core 1,845. Multi-core is 14,578. That's, I think, more than, well, I think 20% difference. That's good. I think one last test, well, two last tests would be benchmarking the GPU, because this laptop has like a really good GPU. I really want to see what kind of numbers this device gets. Shall we go test it? I'm going to run it without a charger and then with a charger. And the results are in. 72,880. I'll go down with you on the list and see other numbers that you might be interested in. Alright, now I want to run the test with the charger and I want to see how different it makes. And I'm going to run it right now. And for the last test, the results are in. 100,759. That's 40% better, I think. I'm good with the percents. Anyways, that's again good numbers. And I want to go with you on the numbers, what they say. So now, after all the tests, what do I think about this device? Basically, this is a whole different device than the previous version or any P version that I can think of. It's not black, it's gray. It's got a lot of ports, but not the ports that we are used to see, like Ethernet. It got a really good trackpad, the new type of keyboard with a numpad, which is quite good because not every device comes with a numpad these days. On the sides it's round, but on the top it's straight. The screen is 16 by 10, which gives us more things to see. And it just in general looks younger, which is good, I think. Now, if I'll show you the previous version kind of device that Lenovo used to have, is this one. This is the P15 Gen 2. This is the device that we are used to see from Lenovo. Black, quiet, business oriented, with every port that you need, including the Ethernet port. I think it's wrong that Lenovo left out the network port, and they could go with a better way. It's heavy, it's cool, it's looking good, it feels good, and it's pretty expensive at this moment. I bought this one for, I think, $4,000. Yeah, $4,000, or even more if you can say. So it's pretty expensive at this point, but it just lacks in few departments. But because it's 2022, then you have to go with the dongle life. I'm kind of disappointed by Lenovo because of the Ethernet port, and I don't know, they changed the whole device. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. I felt really good about this device. I just need to get used to it. Maybe you too. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.